So we got the 720 off the trailer. We got it in the shop, and we're gonna start preparations for trying to start it. So Dad's strength is taking the spark plugs out of the pony motor right now, which we think might be stuck. So we're gonna get some good penetrating oil down in the pony motor and see if we can't get it broke free. And we started working on the main clutch of the tractor. We're gonna get it freed up and get the clutch working again. And once we do that, we're gonna go get a 6-volt battery and throw in it and see what we've got as far as electrical, and see if we can get that pony motor to turn over on its own with the starter. We tried to engage it into the tractor and tried to rock the tractor to see if we could get the pony motor to rock. Well, it won't. So we're gonna have to investigate that deeper, because the internals of a pony motor are not very big connecting rods and very big pistons, so we're afraid of getting too serious with it and breaking a rod or destroying piston rings or something like that. So we want to get some penetrating oil down in there and see if we can free it up that way. If not, we'll have to pull the pony motor off and pull the pony motor apart and get it broke free. So we'll see what happens. So I don't know if we're going to work on this most of the day, or we're going to go do some tree clearing, or what we're going to do yet, but we're definitely going to get some penetrating oil in that before we leave today, or leave the shop today at least. But we pulled it off the trailer with the payloader. We put a 4x4 between the grapples of the loader and the tractor, and we just shoved it in the shop while Dad's strength steered, since he's the strongest out of all of us. And the power steering's not working right now, and it's a little stiff, so he bear hugged the steering wheel and got her steered in the shop. So we're gonna see if we maybe get this running sometime today. So stay tuned, don't give up on us yet. Right?
Yeah.
Think we'll get it?
Yeah.
We always get it, don't we?
Have to.
Yeah, we have to. We got to make it to plow day next year, so we got plenty of time, I think. So, but that is our goal, to get it running and at least make it to plow day next spring. She may be still in her work clothes, not painted yet, but we would like to do some field work with it. We'd like to run it too, just to make sure everything's good before we completely paint it, because after we paint it, we don't want to tear it apart again, because it's going to be pretty when it's done. So, well, we're going to get at it. We got all the spark plugs out of the pony motor now. They're all laying right here. So what I'm going to do is I took this gear oil bottle and I put this little hose in. I just snipped the top off, made this hose slide in tight. I've got this full of PB blaster. I'm going to stick the little hose into the spark plug holes on the pony motor, and I'm going to squeeze them full of PB blaster, and we're going to let it sit for the day and see if that magically breaks it loose. Dad's strength's got the old soft scrub out, and he's taken years off the tractor. As you can see that it is cleaning up a little bit. Looks 20 years newer. So we got water back in the radiator to see if there's any leaks anywhere, because the radiator was a little dry, so that'll tell us if there was any leaks. So I'm going to get the blaster put in these spark plug holes and see what happens. So hopefully and magically that PV blaster will make its way around the rings down in the pistons and break them loose. So we can only hope. If not, we're going to have to tear her down. Which, I mean, for the experience part of it, I wouldn't mind. You know, see if we can do this on camera. So we're going to stick that in the spark plug hole like so. And then we're just going to tip it up. Oh, there it goes. It's working. It's getting down in there. I don't know how much it's going to take. Oh, I think it's full already. Yep, it's running out. So I'm going to do that 3 more times now. Get some of that in there, and hopefully we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, it'll break loose. So we got the blaster in all 4 holes. That worked out real well using that that oil bottle with the plastic tube on it. I was able to sneak it in under here, under the dash, and get it in there. Worked out real good. Got quite a bit on the floor because my lid didn't quite seal. But that's okay. That's what floor dry is made for. But the old tractor don't look too bad. I think maybe we should just sand it and clear coat it and just leave the rust. Make it one of those shiny restorations that are still rusty. It might look kind of cool, but not on this tractor. This one we're gonna take all the way. We're gonna make this one the green and yellow that it should be and make her pretty, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't want to do a clear coat rust one. No. Maybe the next one. Maybe we'll just do one just for fun. But hopefully we'll let that blaster set all day today, and maybe it'll work a miracle and it'll break it loose. We can cross our fingers and hope, but we'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm not too opposed to tear a pony motor apart just to get inside one and see what's in there. I know that they got really small rods, really small pistons, and I think it'd be cool to see one out of one. But I heard they're very expensive to work on, so hopefully for the money part of it, we don't have to tear it apart. But we'll see what happens. But we really got to get that clutch broke loose. So if we sprayed these all down with penetrating oil, because they're fine thread and they're pretty rusty, I'm afraid if we take them off without letting them soak for a while, it might pull the threads off and we thread the nuts off. So we'll let them soak a little bit and then we'll see if we can get that apart. So, but it's all promising. So we're going to start taking this clutch apart. I've got one nut off already. I'm using Milwaukee Impact. Yes, I'm using a chrome socket. It's the only thing that'll fit. If I break it, I'll go buy another one. No big deal. But anyways, just gently hit these. Don't go hammering on them right away, because if they're rusted up, you're just going to destroy the thread. So I've just been gently hitting them, and that first one came off. I got lucky on it. Threads are fine. So I'm going to take these other two off and see if we can get this clutch apart. There we go. Milwaukee Impacts are a beautiful thing. There we go. So we got them off without destroying the threads. So everything looks good. So I took the nuts off the clutch and it popped and it all freed up. So now the clutch works again. So now we changed the tire on the front so we don't have a front flat tire. And Dad and I readjusted the clutch a little bit to make it hold. So we're going to put a new valve stem in this tire, try to air this one up, and then we're going to take it out and see if we can get it running. We're just going to pull start it for now. And then if we get the big diesel running, then we'll figure out the pony motor. But we just like to see if the diesel part will run. So we're going to do that. That is the first time we've had it running. It started that easy. That's sweet. We have us a running tractor. Hasn't ran since the 90s. That was impressive. Yeah.
Unless it's out of try it again.
Well, it runs. Sweet. Now we just gotta figure that pony motor out. Well, we're gaining. Yeah. The only thing it needs fixed is the clutch. We need to do something with that. It sounds terrible. The whining was just the hydraulic when we first started it. 3-point might need adjusted. But it runs. That's a plus. And it needs brake linings. So, I'm going to call this video successful. We got the 720 running, exactly what we wanted to do. So thanks for watching.